Mark Millar takes a stand against cancel pigs, calls on creators and fans to never ever appease or encourage their cruelties. Finally, somebody, right? Even though that's kind of been going on for the past 5 years, but better late than never, right, Mark Miller? Nice guy, though. I appreciate him bringing Glenn on the other day. You should check that out over on Mark Miller's channel. It's Mark Miller with the AR time. I'll put it down in the description for you so you can check out the interview. I'll link right to it. Anyway, this story comes to us from Bounding Into Comics and Spencer Bakuli. Let's see what it has to say. In taking a stand against the ever growing wave of cancel culture that currently overwhelms the world of comic books, veteran industry writer Mark Millar has officially taken to calling out the self serving and dishonest behavior of the many fans and writers who would seek to ruin another's career over the slightest and often made up sociopolitical infractions, or as they have recently been colloquially coined, colloquially? I'm sorry, I'm in Maine. We don't North New England, whatever. It's just been named cancel pigs. Hmm? I like it. Do you like it? Cancel pigs isn't like a bad thing to call somebody. It's not like you're calling them a military party from 80 years ago, right? Right? The Civil War's stand against the cancel happy elements of the industry first began on December 6th following his hosting of the Comic Palace store owner Glenn O'Leary on his personal Miller Time podcast to discuss the latter's recent attacking by numerous comic book professionals. That means he was attacked by them, right? He was attacked by these professionals. Not that he didn't go out and attack them. They came after him, trying to destroy him because he dared question the message. Over his opinion that, quote, writers nowadays don't care about who or what the character is anymore. Most of these new writers don't have a love of comics like these older writers had. All they care about is how do I put myself into the book, unquote. That's what he said. And that was the shot heard round the world. If you haven't been paying attention, the past 2 weeks, most of mainstream comic creators have been completely out of sorts over this guy, completely out of character. It's like you've thrown a Molotov cocktail into a knitting circle. It's insane. And he's just a comic book owner, a comic book store owner. He's not like any highfalutin billionaire that owns a bunch of casinos or anything. He's just Glenn O'Leary, for goodness sakes. Sharing his interview with O'Leary to his personal Twitter account, Miller was met with a number of replies, some positive and some negative. He says, I was so appalled at the way a comic book retailer was being harassed and bullied by a digital mob this week just for saying comic books are going in the wrong direction. I had to talk to him. Here is my interview with Glenn O'Leary from this afternoon. Like I said, I'll link in the description so you guys can take a look at that too if you haven't seen it already. Like, look, this is Glenn. He's just a dude. He's not like He-Man. He doesn't have Battle Cat. There's no like Iron Man armor he can use to blow up Marvel headquarters. He's just a dude. He's even holding up Archie comics. Like, Archie comics. You're going to be mad at the guy that has a collection of Archie comics? Really? Really? It's insane. It's insane. As, of course, Mark Millar pointed out with calling them cancel pigs. So here we are. Among those who commented on the discussion was Cyberfrog creator Ethan Van Sciver. You know, the guy everybody loves to hate. Got to scrub him out of everything. You can't even acknowledge him. Well, guess what happened? Guess what happened? Ethan said to Mark Millar, he says, terrific job, Mark. Thank you. That's what he said, right? Very dangerous, right? Very dangerous. He goes on and he says, I feel like you might be the only one who can destroy this evil. That's what it is. It's killing comics. I'll get more eyes on this interview right now, right? Very, very helpful thing to say, right? Like Glenn got to tell his side of the story after this bunch of professional comic book creators went out and tried to steamroll him into the ditch, right? Tried to ruin his career because he dared question the message, you know? So here's Ethan using what he has a platform through Comicsgate and YouTube to spread the message. And here again, here's the second shot heard around the world, right? Mark Millar has the nerve, the gall, people, the gall, the nerve to say, cheers, bud, in reply to Ethan Van Sciver. I mean, can you think of anything more incendiary, so evil, so dog whistly? Ah, you could just hear it right now. Oh man, all that evil and just cheers. Oh, evil. I hate the internet, man. I really do. We're like 20 years too early to the internet. That's the truth. We shouldn't have had it in the 90s. Like right now is when we should have got dial up. Like then we could have maybe handled it a little better, but we're just too immature for what we have right now. Unsurprisingly, given that Miller had interacted with an individual they perceived as one of the comic's greatest evils, this friendly interaction was soon seized upon by the cancel pigs in order to try and bully the Superman Red Sun creator. That's Mark Millar. Replying to a tweet from Derek R., asking, quote, why exactly are people on here slagging Mark Millar? Queer Comics, the Pride writer, Queer Comics' The Pride writer, Joe Glass claims, quote, getting friendly with Comicsgate. Ugh, Comicsgate. The latest is a fairly friendly response to EVS, it seems. So it means like he's upset that Mark Millar had the nerve to say, cheers, bud, when EVS was going to spread around Mark Millar's interview with Glenn. Like, you can go ahead and read the rest of the article down in the description. Again, like that'll be down there as well as the interview with Glenn O'Leary. Just really, there are people on the internet that are talking. This is not tantamount to like causing a UN agreement having to be formed. We don't need to add a line to the Geneva Convention that two white guys can't talk to each other on the internet or else trouble's afoot. Come on. This is ridiculous. And Glenn, look at him. He's just a guy. He's your comic book store owner. He's just a guy. He puts his pants on the same way we do. He doesn't have a robot suit. He's not Doctor Doom. He's a lover of Archie comics. And they're trying to run this guy out of his own life, really. Unbelievable. Check out that interview down below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.